All right, you guys, it is time. Let's get this thing rolling. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. It's a start of a holiday week. How does that make you feel? I think everybody's kind of smiling a little bit. I think the holidays are a great time. You're going to see some family members that maybe you haven't seen since last Thanksgiving. But I love the holidays. But I don't like the fact that people use the holidays as an excuse to not go out there and continue to build their business. You guys have heard me for many years now say that we're not going to go out and build our business. We're just going to go out there and live our business. And we have a lot of people on this call here, and the reason that they are successful is because they don't work their business at certain times. They live their business all the time, and they're looking for ways to incorporate their business into the people that they meet on a daily basis. And this is a perfect opportunity for all of us to do that this entire week. You know, we've got family members coming in as well, and they're coming in at all different times, and it's going to be great. And I hope that's the same for you guys, but especially family members that you haven't seen in a while. You're going to have these normal conversations with them, and they're going to say, "What's going on? How are you doing? What's going on in your life?" And you make sure to let them know, that you've got a pretty cool thing that you want to share with them. And so use the holidays as an opportunity to build your business as opposed to using it as an excuse not to build your business. I think I said last week even that I always used the holidays as a chance to really move up on the income scale. And I don't mean me making more money, but I mean passing people on the income scale, because I feel like I work the same pace pretty much all the time, whether it's a holiday or not. But the reason you can move up is because other people take off. And it's like, all right, if you're going to slow down, I'm going to work even harder than ever. Which leads me to the topic for today, and that is the X factor. It's like, what is the X factor? What does that even mean? What's the X factor for people who are, super successful? And, when I say the X factor, that means it's something that other people don't do. That's the X factor. And people who are really, really successful, they just have a relentless drive. They're just driven. They're like, I wake up in the morning and I'm gonna go hit this thing. I've got that drive inside me. They have supersized thinking. And I don't mean at the McDonald's drive-through, okay? Not that type of supersized thinking, but they think outside the box. They think bigger than most people think. And you want to hang around those types of people because they can expand your vision. Always hang around people that have a bigger vision than you. And uber successful people have a really big vision. They leverage. They leverage everything in their life. All right? They have just massive leverage, not only with the people that they meet, but the teammates and the people that they surround. They surround themselves, I should say, with really, really good people, which creates massive leverage. They're focused. They're really resilient. People who are really successful, they mess up a lot. They really mess up a lot, but their resiliency keeps them going. They're consistent. They're really, really consistent in trying to be better every single day. They're always learning. The day that you stop learning, I always say, is the day that you stop, or is the day you start dying. And they have an unshakable resolve. Too many people wish and hope to be successful. Resolve is simply turning your wishes and your coulds and your shoulds and your hope into have tos and musts. It's like, I have to get this done. I must get this done. They have the mindset that says, listen, I'm going to do this or I'm going to die trying. There's really no other choice. But the question is, where do these factors come from? Where do these factors come from when you talk about, uber successful people and this X factor? Where do those factors come from? Well, people are motivated by things that they want, certainly, but you can also be motivated by things you don't want. Okay? I don't want to struggle financially. Okay, that's something I don't want. I want to be successful financially. That's something I do want. So, is the motivation coming from being financially successful or not being financially successful? That might be one and the same. But you can get really motivated from things that you don't want. Love is a really it's a motivating factor. But so is hate. Hate is a motivating factor too. Like, there are people who hate disease, and they're like, I'm all here to eradicate this disease. Injustice. I hate injustice. I'm out to eradicate injustice. And I hate ignorance. And I'm not sure we're ever going to eradicate ignorance, but you can get motivated. You can get motivated by those factors. Sometimes identifying what really boils your blood brings you to beast mode, And some of the greatest success stories are from people that were fighting an enemy. David had Goliath. Rocky had Apollo Creed. Oprah. Oprah had network executives. Oprah was told that she's not TV material. She was fired, and she said she was told that she wasn't TV material. America had who? The British. All right. Luke had Darth Vader. Apple had IBM, and then later, Dell. Enemies give us reason to stand tall and to fight. They challenge our skills and our courage and our resolve. And maybe you guys, and if you read my book, I really mention this a lot in my book. Maybe somebody said to you at one point, they said something to you that just lit a fire underneath you. I remember, and this was years ago, I remember I was telling somebody about the opportunity, and I was all excited about it, and I'm like, all right, you ready to join me? And this guy's response to me was, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I mean, just condescending SOB, right? It's like, good luck with that. Maybe you had people that, just threw water all over your dream. One of the, oh gosh. And a motivating factor for me was my family. I didn't have the support from my immediate family that you think someone should get. And I remember my Uncle Bob, this was my mom's brother. I remember he said to me one time, he said, that thing will never work. That'll never work. And then I remember he said to me after a few years, he said, that'll never last. So first of all, it'll never work. And now it'll never last. And 33 years later, I'm still in it. I'm still in the game. Companies come and go, but I'm still in the game. I never, ever wanted to give, my Uncle Bob, who is still alive today. My mom is 84 years old, and she's got 4 other brothers and sisters, and they're all alive. They're all alive today. And so there wasn't, I never wanted to give anybody the satisfaction of telling me, I told you that wasn't going to work. Guys, it doesn't matter what your motivation is as long as you get motivated. Let whatever your motivation is, let it harden you. Let it harden your resolve, and then plot, put a plan together and take action. 90% of failure is caused by quitting. Let that soak in for a minute. 90% of failure is caused by quitting. It's like, well, if you just stick around long enough, you're gonna win. But we live in a world of instant gratification. We live in a world where people want it now. We live in a world where if you have to wait, 5 minutes in a drive-through, you get all indignant. And you're like, what is going on? It's like, wait a minute, wait. It's like, why are people so impatient? I read a story one time of this guy who owned a gold mine, and he's like, there's no gold in here. And he sold his gold mine for $5. Sold it for $5. And the new owner simply dug down 3 more feet, and he found gold. It's like, well, maybe that's where we are today, you guys. Maybe it's like, well, maybe you should just dig a little bit deeper. Just dig a little bit deeper, and maybe you're going to find some gold. There's a guy named Paul J. Meyer. You guys know Paul J. Meyer? Um, he was labeled as the pioneer of self-improvement, the self-improvement industry. And a quote from Paul, he said, if God put an idea or vision in your head, I don't think he would mock you or make a fool out of you. All right? So if you've got an idea, guys, put wheels under it. Put wheels under it and make it roll. The secret is to not give up. You know, we were all presented an idea with the opportunity that we have in front of us right now. It's like some of us have put wheels under it. Some of us have put rocket boosters underneath it. And some of us haven't even taken the idea out of the box. It's like we all have the exact same opportunity. So why are some people more successful than other people? Well, you go back to the X factor. You go back to those X factors. Your drive and your supersized thinking, and you're leveraging not only your efforts, but the efforts of other people. Your focus, your resiliency. You know, something happens, do you just quit or do you just pick yourself up? And I love what, was it Les Brown? Les Brown, I think, said, if you fall, make sure you land on your back. Because if you can look up, then you can get up. All right? So that's a Les Brown quote that I love. Consistency, always be willing to learn. And how is your resolve? You know, take this idea out of the box, you guys. Take the idea out of the box. And let's put it to action. There was a guy named Louis Zamperini who was a U.S. war hero who was captured by the Japanese in World War II, and he was tortured. He was tortured to talk bad about the United States, and for propaganda reasons. And but he never broke. He never broke down. And he said, you know, if you feel like giving up, then you don't have respect for yourself. You know, you don't need to be, you need to be fully committed. Be hardy. You know, the more you overcome adversity, the harder you become. And so my challenge for you guys today is your resolve. Today. Okay? Resolve today that this is it. Like make the commitment that today, this is it. Stop making wishes. State what you're going to do. Draw that line in the sand. Shut the door and never come back. Only look forward. You know, the new you starts in 3, 2, 1. Boom. The new you starts right now. See, guys, we're not waiting till January 1st to do this. The new you starts right now. The one you are supposed to be. The old you is over with. Your old excuses are gone. Decide right now to never settle for less again.